We're going to start today's episode off with a little bit of tips and tricks from your favorite Impala 100. And this is how to die from an Enderman. You look at them in the face. I don't know how we got spared there, but I guess we did. No, the actual tip and trick, whatever you want to classify it as, tip or trick. More of a tip than a trick. Okay. You guys make that determination. If you want obsidian, see, here we go. If you want obsidian, go to the end. Mine these pillars. This is replenishable obsidian. Now, when the time comes that we want to summon the Ender Dragon again, which is in fact possible, all these obsidian pillars will regenerate. So technically, I could harvest all this obsidian here, again, resummon it, and all of this will pop up. And this was the tiniest pillar alone, and it goes all the way down, by the way. I could continue to go all the way down to y equals 0 or whatever the void block height is. This might be a mistake, but if we fly down here, you see the pillars? There you go. Okay, that's enough. That's a little risky, but yeah, we took out the tiniest pillar here, almost got, what is it, 6 stacks of obsidian. We were short some. That was so satisfying. We actually slept in our bed. I was worried about that for a second. And since it is nighttime, let's go ahead and sleep. Welcome back, people. This is Impala 100. I hope you enjoyed that tip and or trick. In the last episode, we built a beacon because we defeated the Wither boss, and we're never doing that again. And currently, we're using the jump boost feature from said beacon because it's fun to jump around, and I do it a lot, apparently. Now, the reason why we wanted obsidian, getting back to this whole obsidian thing, is first off, we're always out of it. So I'm going to plug in the majority of it here. But I also want to take some with us alongside of flint and steel. Do I have some here in our toolbox? No, I do not. That's a big no-no. Do I have any here? No. Am I going insane? Where the heck is my flint? Oh, you know what I did with it? I placed it over near our XP farm because we need a flint and steel for that to operate. But no big deal because we have plenty of flint and plenty of steel. So we'll just go ahead and make another one. Boom. Okay. So you guys, if you're caught up at least, you guys will know that we've been working on an armory here. And we have come up with the goal, or I guess we're explaining it now, but we have come up with the goal of obtaining all the different armor trims here. We have a little armor trim room with archaeology trims, trim materials here, trowel chambers trims, end trims, nether trims, overworld structure trims. We want all the trims because we want to deck out our armor. And I kind of want to wait to deck out our armor till we get some more because we don't really have a whole lot. And we have also explored lots of structures in this world. And if we go to our map over here, there's one specific structure that will grant us 4 different trims. And that is the Trail Ruins. Yes, we are going to go to the Trail Ruins. But I think it's kind of special, you know, that we're going over there. And I did this in a previous world, but I kind of want to make like a little archaeological camp in the Trail Ruins area where we could kind of make a shelter from scratch, maybe a little bit of storage. I don't know. I think that would be fun and kind of fortify the area so it's not just us excavating a trail ruin and then never seeing it again. Maybe we could build something that we'd be proud to revisit. And I also want to do this in a way where we keep the trail ruin structure intact. I'm heavily inspired by what Daskalos, a friend of the channel, has done on his channel. He's an actual archaeologist, and I'll link his series in the description. Essentially, he took an archaeological approach to excavating and uncovering a structure, or the trail ruin structure. He does it with other structures too. Again, very cool stuff happening over there. But yeah, I thought I'd take a little bit of inspiration from what he's done and try to apply it here to this world at this trail ruin structure. Now I need to, it's been a while since I've gone here. I actually want to do something that I don't think I've done in this. Kitty, hello? Did I adopt you? That was spawned in here. That's pretty funny, actually. Do I have fish? I do have fish. Let me try to find Kitty here. Oh my gosh, do you want to be an archaeology cat? I think you're going to come with us, okay? So, alright. That was fun little... Just fun things happen when I record. I don't know what else to say. But here's another fun thing. Oh, I organized this chest, by the way, in case you guys are curious. I'm trying to find compasses. And I swore I had like a little stockpile of compasses, but I guess I don't. And we're going to actually have to go down to our tunnel here because all of our paper is being stored in Tom's tunnels. So here is an increase to the episode streak of us showing off this beautiful project. How are we doing? Okay, yeah, melons are coming down. We're here for paper, and we're doing pretty well on this, so we'll just take a couple stacks with us. Now, I wanted to make an empty map, then I want to duplicate this on a cartography table, and I forgot we have this shortcut going up. It's like it's an extension of our home now. This is so cool. I absolutely love this space. Watch there be paper right next to the cartography table. Just watch. Yep, there's some paper and empty maps. Gorgeous. This is what I get for not playing in a while here. Okay. Anyways, I could take this map, then duplicate it with another map to make 2 maps. So one of these could go back down here, and then I have a copy here for me to explore with. And it might be a good idea that I make copies of all of these so I could just kind of like explore without worrying about if I lose this or not. So obviously I want to hook this up to our nether hub at some point, which is why I'm bringing these materials. I guess some other materials we could bring. I'm trying to make a pretty simple home. And maybe we could use materials there for the most part, minus like, I don't know, like structures and whatnot. So maybe we could get some chests, a couple ferni, jukebox. Why the heck not, okay? Lectern, I don't know. Maybe like a book and quill. I don't know. Just random crap. Random crap. We're going to take random crap and hope this all works out. So we're going to take all this stuff here. We have ender chests, all that. Okay, beautiful. I think this is sufficient. Mine is getting a full inventory of food. We'll max out our food here. Boom. I think this is sufficient alongside what we have here. We have 3 brushes. I'm hoping that's enough. And call me crazy, but I think I'm going to take a stack is overkill. I'm going to take some cobblestone here. I want to make some cobblestone tools so I'm not, you know, crushing gravel that is suspicious. But yeah, okay. We are going to fly on over here with our kitty. Hopefully this works. Hopefully our cat's following us here. Okay, our cat's not coming with us. I don't see it anywhere here. I thought we tamed it. Okay. Impala did not tame a cat. But it's really not that far of a flight over, believe it or not. And I can't believe it took us so long to find this to begin with. But it's a quick boat ride or flight on over. There's the deep dark down there, which eventually we'll have to gain enough courage to explore. Oh, this is, hold up. This is so cool. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. This world, I tell ya. Yeah, right around the corner from here is the trail ruins that we found. Goodness gracious, right near these creepy caves. So we need to create a base camp here of sorts. And I was thinking some sort of like log cabin utilizing all this mossy cobble and spruce. And then we're going to excavate kind of all around here. So we need to find a good spot maybe where we can tear down some trees and really dig this thing out. So I kind of want this to be a little further out. Like I don't want to place this structure right on top of here because we're going to try to dig this all out, like, and make it like open air, the entire structure. So we probably want to place something like right around here. I want to say this is a good spot. So I'm going to lay claim to this area by placing down a bed. And I think I'm going to get to work, just chop some trees, mine some rocks, and see if we could come up with a decent looking structure here. So this really doesn't need to be any size, but I'm thinking, and by the way, inventory is a mess. That's why I'm making the floor first here so I could start laying down some chests and building walls around it. So I think this is like a 9x6, I want to say. So it really doesn't have to be any format, but maybe we could do something where we expand by like 4 blocks just here. And then an entrance would go on top of these two. And boom, you have the building or something. I don't know. And maybe we could take out this side here. Maybe just move them over here. I don't know. It's funky. We're going to work with it. And in here, we could start placing chests alongside the wall like this. Yep, I think this is a good outline here. We're gonna go up on... Oh! You came out of nowhere. We're gonna go up 4 on this main little junction here, or the main part of the build, and then do... Keep that at 2 high. I'm thinking, and kind of... Basically a roof going there, and then a roof that's like this on this end, and then a little tiny little roof going into there. Okay? And it's already night again. Look at that. Time is flying here. We're having fun building a house. It's like day 1 Minecraft again, but with all maxed out armor and tools. Now let's see if we were smart enough to pack ourselves a stone cutter here. Look at that. See, this is why you just keep stuff in the shulker box. You never know what you're going to find here. So immediately I'm going to make myself, 32 mossy cobble stairs here. Again, this build is now coming to life. This is the little structure in which we're going to start off here. So again, just kind of cool. We have this here. Place that on top. Doors. Voila. There's a little front to the house. And then on top, this way... Again, more stair action. Like so, and that goes to the end, where then we'll duplicate that. So overall, how does this look? Good enough. Okay. Again, this isn't a crazy building project. We just need a structure. But then again, a chimney would look nice. Maybe we could install a little chimney right around here. Get some campfires going. So we could focus on the chimney later, but I think that's going to go there. You guys get the point. We're just going to, kind of finish up this house here. We got a little blueprint down. We'll try to make it look nice and cozy. There's just something cozy about this place. This is what we came up with. Very, very simple. We could detail it if we want. It's fine not to. Here's our home. So I cleared out the area a little bit, and we also synced up a little nether portal. And this is where the dig site's going to be. I believe as we start excavating this thing down, it might actually level out with here, which will be pretty cool. But we'll just see how it goes, and we'll try to dig out the area. Hopefully it's not too far underneath this mountain, because I am going to try to shave down the sides of the mountain here. But it's nice and rainy. It's a little dark, so we're going to sleep. But this is what we came up with. Nether portal there. Here's our home. Very interesting with the mossy cobble, not typically building with that. And we have a little back door over here as well. So very simple. And then on the edge here, we have a wide open window. Look at all the mushrooms there. And a nice cozy fireplace here. And I don't know, maybe we can start marking down notes and stuff in this book here. And there's a little ender chest. So we're going to go ahead and sleep. And one more thing I want to share with you. Over here is kind of where our brushes and bundles will be. I think we'll need to utilize bundles here because of all the stackable items that will be coming from the dig site. So here is our strategy of what we're going to do. So I'm going to take one cobblestone here and turn this into a stone shovel. And I also want to take a brush with us and maybe just a bundle to start out with. So we're going to take a top-down approach here from this. So archaeology in a nutshell, I think we've utilized the brush block before. But there is gravel, then a block called suspicious gravel. So plain gravel, suspicious gravel. Plain gravel is this right here. You can't get anything out of it. So whenever we find plain gravel, we're going to go ahead and just, use the stone shovel, just so we're not making any errors here, because shovels can tear through ground like that, right? We don't want to do that. So I don't want to break any artifacts that we don't want to break. Again, this is going to be our little method here of digging down. And as we're digging down, because this is the first of many blocks here, we're going to just kind of dig around here. So again, be careful digging the gravel, but the dirt, there's no suspicious dirt blocks to my knowledge. And if there are, we might goof this one up, but hoping that's not the case. And I am just going to leave this one block floating for now. And I said I'd do that and then I didn't. So maybe we'll just place it back up here real quick like nothing happened. And hopefully the maps don't update. And maybe we'll end up moving that. If the maps did update, we'll just move that over to the house area there. But yeah, that's the plan. Take a top-down approach. We're just trying to find suspicious gravel. Hopefully we'll find some. Can't really, it doesn't look like there's any here. Okay, here we go. So this is suspicious. It looks a little bit different than the texture over here. So we're probably going to find something and take a look at that. A wooden hoe. Just what we wanted. As you can see, the structure's starting to get slowly bigger and bigger. And that's the whole point. It's going to become ginormous eventually. So yeah, more terracotta is being uncovered. That's what's so fun about this. You don't know what you're going to get out of it. And I'm just going to try to bundle up all the items here that we're taking out that are actual artifacts. So I'm going to try to separate. Ooh, that's why you got to be careful. Yeah, we'll try to keep everything separate here. Hopefully it ends up looking really cool. What the heck was that? A candle. Okay. So that's going to go into the bundle. The wooden hoe would take up an entire bundle, so that's not worth it. But we're still cruising along here. This looks way different than before. This is what we've unearthed so far. Okay, is this oh, it's an armor trim. We got our first one. This is the Shaper armor trim. We will take that. We have 3 more to go here. I've gone through an entire stone shovel already and already made a trip. This does look a little bit different, goodness gracious. I never thought of a way to get out of here. But here is the dig site so far, just as a progress update. We have dug out this entire area here and haven't really found anything of much interest outside of that first armor trim, but it's looking pretty cool. And it's getting tougher and tougher to go down layer by layer. Like, this is just like an entrance, right? And down here is like, it's like a complete structure. Like, something's going to be unearthed right around here, which is going to be insane. So that's what's being worked on. Lots of craziness. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, this is what it's going to be looking like. And eventually, once this is all hollowed out and, you know, obviously as we're obtaining more armor trims and pottery sherds, all that good stuff, we're going to try to blend this into the area here, which is going to be tough as well. But we'll try our best. All right, we have another armor trim, it looks like here. Let's take a look at this one. This one is host. Okay, we have 2 out of 4 here. Still chugging away. All right, and is this another new one? We're on a streak. No, it's another host one. Okay. Okay, progress update. Take a look at this. This looks way different. We've been doing lots of digging. Lots of new stone has been excavated here. And take a look at how far into the mountain this extends. I'm not thrilled about this, but for now, we're just kind of I don't think it goes above this Y level, so we're going to keep it as this for now. But eventually I want this to be all open air. Oh, lordy, that's going to be fun. But anyways, I believe we have 3 of 4 armor trims here. That's what we're here for in the first place. And yeah, there's just something peaceful about kind of taking a break from where we've been and kind of starting on a brand new project in a whole new area here. Having a home away from home. It's already kind of cluttered. Oh, lordy. Looks like we have some new neighbors here or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Look at how cluttered this already is here. Absolute insanity. Yeah, so we're already on double chest 3 of 6. Do these guys see me through the window at all? They probably do. No, I think they're walking away. Okay, TBD. But anyways, here is what we've been doing, or I guess our strategy for storage. So yeah, we have 3 different types. We still need 1 more. I have a random bundle here and then like a, colors bundle. So yeah, all the color stuff go into there and everything else kind of gets scooped up into this one. And then this was our first pottery sherd here. So we've gone through 1 brush. Hopefully we don't need to go through another 2. But yeah, that's kind of the update of what we're working with here. But again, it's been nice and peaceful. Lots of times going into this, but I'm really enjoying myself. So yeah, just sit back and relax. I guess you guys don't even need to do that because I'm going to edit to the next clip. So I'll see you when I see ya. Progress update time. It's been a bit of time and I was just in a zone. So first and foremost, our mission was to gather all 4 trims, and we have multiple of each, by the way. So in total, we have 7, 10, 12 trims, some sherds, and plenty of stuff here. So, and lots of wooden hose. They love their wooden hose, apparently. Also, killed another pillager patrol, so that was fun. We also organized all the blocks here. We're taking up almost every single double chest. And we're probably going to need more than that. And the reason being is we still need to blend this into the environment. So we're 100% excavated down here. We'll walk down. So I'm not sure what this building is, but it looks like a town hall or something is what I imagine this to be, like a town hall, the grand crafting table. I don't know. And then this kind of goes up all the way here. On this end, I think this is like some tanning station or something. Then over here, I don't know what this is. It's all crumbled. Now, the big surprise here wasn't this. This is just a little roadway that we uncovered. This was the big surprise. Yeah. This went back far. Not sure what this was. It looks like this is like a little cooking area here, a campfire gathering area, and maybe some more seats over here. I don't know. But this road extended all the way down here. And now, this is where we're at. We need to excavate everything here. Man, we went down a far way. And if we get a view from up here at this angle, you could kind of see we've already dug a perimeter. Now it's a matter of, yeah, taking it all the way down here and starting to blend it, which is going to be a lot of work. As you can see right here, we've already carved out a bit of this mountain here. This was insane. Luckily, it wasn't more. But yeah, everything inside this giant box, we're bringing down all the way down to the bottom. And then after that, we need to blend in the edges here, sort of like what we did here. I'm thinking of maybe doing something a bit more creative. I have no idea. So anyways, that is an update here. I'm going to get to, well, how about this? I'm going to get back in my zone. I'm going to get digging here. We've already gone through 1 pickaxe. It's down to its last couple swings. We're currently using our fortune pickaxe to get some more cobblestone. And I guess we'll see what we end up with in total. But for now, this is a progress update. And I'm hoping to share some extreme progress when we get back. And also, I know we could use TNT. We could bring over our beacon for haste 1, but without haste 2, it's really not going to make much of a dent. So we're just going to do things as is here. I've actually been enjoying myself, believe it or not. Well, hello there. It was a long time. Oh, look, we have visitors. Well, hello to you too. They're just admiring the changes here in the neighborhood. Again, this looks way different than the last time we spoke. I tried to put as much clips as possible without it getting too boring. But basically, we shaved off this whole side of the mountain, that whole side, and everything in between. And what we're left with now is a little area where I kind of have a sharper decline here, not the straight one block and raise elevation type deal. So, yeah, we have a steeper decline here into a pit. I want to add like a little like wooden scaffolding kind of like snaking down into the area here, and maybe are you gonna jump down? Oh, you're not. Okay, cool. Maybe have like a pathway kind of go down this way and connect up with everything. So that's what I'm thinking. But here is the finished product. And yet we had to do an elevation change here because this path was clearly not all on one Y level, right? So we did our best to guesstimate what the terrain would look like in the past. And this is what we came up with here. Now, this area was funky because there were some underground water caves, like waterlogged caves. So we just kind of hooked this up and made it a waterfall alongside an actual waterfall over here. I thought it would add some interest to the little area here because we go from a flat wall to, a riverbed essentially. So I figured that would add some interest as well as leaving the caves exposed here to kind of share how the terrain has changed over time. And overall, I think this looks pretty cool. What I want to do now, on top of just having this terraformed, so I want to add a little bridge kind of snaking down around here with it leading into a pathway. And yes, I am going to artificially make some pathway that matches with this around here. And on top of that, I want to just add like some ferns. I want to add some rocks here to kind of, again, blend it into the surrounding terrain here. So yeah, again, lots of different boulders and whatnot. Add some trees down here, really bring it to life. And that's going to be the finishing touches to this area. And then we'll have a completely excavated and restored, for the most part. We're going to keep the ruins here. I'm not going to rebuild this. Yeah, restored for the most part. Little trail ruins area. So super stoked to see the finished product here. We're just going to do one more in the zone type of building segment before we end this thing up. Okay, we are back and we're completely done here. So take a look at all these chests. These are all filled up basically. Every single one sort of organized. These two were just excess ones, and we've actually been taking back blocks to our bulk storage back at our base, and look at all this copper, coal, you name it. There's a little bit of iron that we actually smelted up here, believe it or not. So we'll just, place this back in here. But we're 100% complete with this project. Let's take a look. So here is... I'm so glad we're in here. That I did not see. Okay, looks like we have a skeleton and creeper here. I do not care for the music disc, so we'll go ahead and take care of both of them real quick. All right, any other skeleton and or creeper? No, looks like we're good. Okay, we're gonna go through here for the effect. So we walk out of our excavation cabin. We have our nether portal. We have some trees and bushes and whatnot, boulders, and we take this pathway around, and here we go. This is the spot. Look at this. So we made this little scaffolding area headed down, and I decided to differentiate the pathway with different blocks than what's used here, just so we know what's legit and what we placed. So yep, very simple. Again, we're not trying to throw too much effort into the detail here. It could obviously be better. What I think is important is showing off this awesome ruin here. And I think we did that. We added some vines and some trees and mushrooms and firefly bushes, you name it. At night, it looks super cool here. And yeah, vines on the edges as well. I want to give that grown over feel, and I just think this looks so awesome how we blended all of this in here, and it just looks super cool. I mean, look at this. Compared to what we saw at the beginning of the episode, what an incredible transformation. This was, in fact, a big project. However, it just was the project I needed, I think. I think it was great to break up everything that we were doing back at the base, start somewhere fresh, and kind of have a blank canvas to work with here to create something special. So this was definitely awesome. And yeah, what's going to be even more awesome is now taking back all of the shulker boxes full of blocks here. We're going to have to build a castle or something. I mean, look at all this stone and cobblestone. We're set for a while. And that cobblestone especially is going to be useful for redstone components too, like droppers, dispensers, all that stuff. Very, very useful. And look at that bat. That bat is like, I lost a home because you dug out all the caves here. Sorry, Mr. Bat. But that's going to do it from this area here. Hopefully we have an excuse to come back at some point. Maybe this could be our little home base where we could also connect it up to the deep dark below. Because on the other side of this mountain, we have 3 rockets, so we need to be careful. But right over here, yeah, down there's the deep dark. So again, maybe it could be a little home base for us to check in at. I don't know. But that's going to do it in this beautiful area here. We're going to head back to our home base, specifically the Enchanted Forest, and address one of your beautiful comments. So today's comment is coming from Elias Budweg, and Elias said, "The timing of this video couldn't be better. I'm so miserably sick at home and had caught up with the series a couple of days ago. Keep up the great work. You continue to inspire my own Minecraft game." Well, thank you so much, Elias, and I'm glad that the video, whichever one you commented on ages ago, because this is an old comment, cheered you up, and I'm so happy that many of you, like Elias, are catching up on the series, and now you're in the present waiting for more videos here, and just being able to cheer you guys up means a whole lot to me too. It's pretty crazy because, you know, not going to say I do this primarily for you all. I do this for me, I think. It's a hobby of mine, and the fact that I have the benefit of entertaining myself in my free time, on top of entertaining many of you guys in your free time watching me, is a pretty cool thing, and it just adds another layer of enjoyment to what we're doing here. Look at that. Music is playing now. I love this frequent music option here because we do like using the Minecraft music as opposed to editing in our own. I just like it how, you know, spontaneous it could be. But yeah, outside of this comment here, thank you guys so much for watching the video. You know, everyone tuning in, liking the videos, commenting, disliking, whatever the case may be. I really just do appreciate the time that you spend with me here. Now, I've seen Minecraft updates. I've been very sporadic here for those who are watching in present time and not binge watching. There's a new update coming out featuring copper golems and copper chests and stuff, the Copper Age. So we need to think of more copper decorations in our area here. We've already done a few on our, our home. We've done some on some bridges. So the fact that we obtained a ton of copper from this little excavation episode was pretty insane. And yeah, this had to be one of my favorite episodes too. So on top of the resource benefits, just doing something different and unique. I don't know. It was a fun challenge, and thank you again, Daskalos, for inspiring this. Again, his link to his video will be in the description below. And I definitely recommend you guys take the time to do this in your world too. Definitely if you're at the stage in the game that I'm at now, it just is a nice breakup from the typical stuff that you do here. Okay, that's enough rambling. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike and tell me why. This has been Impala 100, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Take care for now. Bye-bye. And also don't solicit. No solicitors allowed.